Welcome back to The Narrative, where we rip apart what mainstream media feeds you and uncover the hidden truth they bury. Iran protests are hitting day 14 now, and something feels different this time. Corporate press shows you scattered clips of unrest, but eyewitness messages slipping through the blackout paint a much darker picture, a potential massacre the regime desperately wants to hide. At minute 7, I'll break down the one technology that could break their information lockdown and why they're hunting it down. Stay locked. Before we dive in, if you want content like this to break through YouTube's political suppression, smash that like button and share it with someone who needs to see it. The algorithm buries independent analysis, so your engagement pushes truth into the light. So here's the situation. Protests exploded 2 weeks ago over the rial's collapse and skyrocketing food prices. Now over 100 cities are seeing crowds chanting things like, "Neither Gaza nor Lebanon, my life for Iran." Rights groups confirm at least 45 killed and over 2,000 arrested so far. But with the internet blackout nationwide, getting real numbers is nearly impossible. That's exactly what the regime wants. One message that leaked out yesterday reads something like this: "Tell the whole world they mowed down everyone on Friday with gunfire. They opened fire on everyone, killing everyone in the city, massacring people's children. IRGC officers couldn't resist even for 5 minutes. When they fled, they were shot. 20 people on the first day. I took 5 bodies to the clinic myself." The translation's rough because it's from inside Iran, but the desperation comes through clear. Iran International, a Persian language outlet, claims security forces are using lethal force nationwide. They've received footage showing bodies in bags, with eyewitnesses saying dozens more are piled in industrial sheds nearby. Similar scenes from cities like Karaj and Quds in eastern Tehran point to mass killings not limited to one spot. They put conservative estimates at 2,000 killed over the last 48 hours since the blackout started. A doctor in the north reportedly said one hospital alone got 70 bodies. Hold on, that's a huge number. To be crystal clear, these are unconfirmed reports from activists and Iran International under blackout conditions. No independent verification yet, because nothing gets out easily. Some estimates go as high as 4,000, but that's pure speculation right now. We don't deal in fake news here. We call out what's claimed versus what's proven. For context, the regime's 2019 Bloody November killed hundreds during a similar internet shutdown. Amnesty verified at least 323, though some sources said up to 1,500. This feels like that on steroids, which is why fake news outlets stay vague. Establishment press broadcasts warnings to parents. Hold your children's hands tonight. If a bullet goes astray and something happens, don't complain later. That's straight from state TV, urging Basij militias and Hezbollah youth to fill mosques while scaring families indoors. Dehumanizing protesters as hypocrites, or now armed terrorists, makes it easier to justify snipers on rooftops and drones recording faces at night. Get this, the regime's flying drones over protests after dark to ID faces, then raiding homes the next morning. Guardian reports at least 2,300 arrests so far, and in Iran, getting labeled enemy of God by Khamenei often means death row. Hospital workers told BBC morgues overflowed, bodies stacked in prayer rooms. One leaked note called it larger than all previous uprisings. They mow down young and old like autumn leaves. Again, unconfirmed, but the pattern fits the blackout playbook. Pause for a second. Why go this hard? Because this protest hits different. People are using their own names and faces on social media, openly calling for help from figures like President Trump. No fear like before. That's what has Ayatollah Khamenei cornered. He's tweeting orders for crackdowns while total blackout hides the cost. Now the digital battlefield. Iran's got 40 to 50,000 Starlink terminals smuggled in, the only lifeline to the outside world for 92 million people. But during blackouts, those signals light up like beacons. Regime treats unauthorized satellite internet as a security threat, not just a tech violation. IRGC raids hotspots, checkpoints, HUD terminals, informants get activated. Possession now risks arrest or worse. Reports say they've jammed or seized many, and video uploads have dropped sharply the last 2 nights. Protesters adapt. Crowds light up streets with phone flashlights despite power cuts, chanting anti-regime slogans in Prune and Tan. Electricity gets shut off to kill momentum, but numbers aren't shrinking. Ethnic groups like Azerbaijani Turks are joining with public calls to mobilize, and Kurdish Freedom Party claims hits on IRGC bases. State TV revs dehumanization, calling protesters armed terrorists after Khamenei labeled them rioters. Classic move to justify endless killings. Iranian foreign minister even cut a Lebanon trip short, flying back amid the chaos. Trump weighed in last night. Iran is looking at freedom perhaps like never before. The U.S. stands ready to help. WSJ reports preliminary U.S. discussions on responses to suppression, including military options, but CENTCOM wants more time. We mention it briefly. It's real pressure, but no confirmed plans. The regime notices. Strikes on ISIS in Syria last night serve as a reminder of U.S. capabilities. Starlink is the wild card. With 50,000 units versus millions protesting, it's not enough, but it's exposing the regime's panic. Jamming it turns every connection into a risk, but leaks still get through. That's why your shares matter. The more eyes on this, the harder the blackout holds. Here's the big picture fake news misses. Blackouts aren't just control. They're cover for whatever's happening on those streets. 2019 proved it. Hundreds died hidden from the world. Now, with drones, snipers, and ethnic mobilization, this could escalate fast. Regime dehumanizes to kill without backlash, but protesters showing faces changes everything. They're not hiding anymore. Truth warriors. That's the blackout reality corporate media sanitizes. Smash subscribe, bell on, comment below. Will Starlink leaks force the world to act, or does the regime win the information war? The narrative uncovers what they desperately hide. Stay vigilant.